Most alleged ghost videos show slow-moving shadows or faint figures drifting through the darkness. But every once in a while, a clip appears that completely ignores the rules people usually associate with the paranormal. This bizarre footage began circulating on TikTok, although the identity of the original uploader remains unknown. Even without knowing where it came from, one detail immediately caught the internet's attention. A dark, human-shaped figure suddenly rushes across the scene at an almost impossible speed. The movement is so unnaturally fast that many viewers were convinced the video had simply been sped up. Others joke that the ghost must have remembered it left the stove on, or forgotten its grocery shopping. Whatever it is, the silhouette moves with strangely jerky, almost mechanical motions that don't resemble an ordinary person. But here's where things become even more interesting. Look closely at the timestamp in the corner of the CCTV footage. It continues running at a perfectly normal pace, while someone records the surveillance monitor directly with a phone, making obvious speed manipulation, or simple video edits far less convincing than they first appear. Of course, that doesn't automatically make the footage paranormal. Camera glitches, dropped frames, or digital compression can sometimes produce movements that look far stranger than they really are. Still, if that figure is moving exactly as fast as it appears, I don't think I'd be interested in finding out where it was going. There are two kinds of security camera footage. The kind you forget 5 seconds after watching it, and the kind that quietly stays in the back of your mind long after the video ends. This recording falls into the second category. The clip was shared by TikTok user Kitty Carey, who says it was captured during the early hours of April 15, 2025. Nothing unusual had happened that evening. The house was quiet, the lights were dim, and the security camera was recording exactly as it did every single night. But one member of the house noticed something first. The family dog suddenly stopped what it was doing and locked its eyes on an empty section of the kitchen. It didn't bark, it simply stood there watching. Then the camera caught it. A pale, mist-like anomaly slowly drifted into view, silently crossing the kitchen before dissolving into the darkness as though it had never been there. The appearance lasts only a few seconds, but the dog's unwavering attention has left many viewers questioning whether it was reacting to something the camera barely managed to capture. Naturally, there are more ordinary explanations. Dust illuminated by infrared light, lens artifacts, or even digital compression can sometimes produce shapes that resemble ghostly figures. But here's the detail that keeps people talking. The anomaly appears only after the dog becomes completely focused on that exact spot. Coincidence? Maybe. But if my dog suddenly started staring into an empty room, and then my security camera showed that, I'm trusting the dog. Some videos don't need loud noises or flying objects to feel unsettling. Sometimes, all it takes is one figure walking into frame. This eerie clip was uploaded to Instagram by Jessica Ortiz on June 5, 2025. At first glance, nothing seems unusual. The area is quiet, the camera remains still, and the night appears completely uneventful. Then, out of nowhere, a tall, unnaturally thin figure calmly walks across the right side of the frame, before disappearing into the darkness. Its elongated limbs and stiff, jerky movements immediately caught the attention of viewers, with many admitting the clip genuinely creeped them out. Naturally, the internet was divided. Some suggested it was simply a person wearing a costume, an unusual camera angle, or clever editing. Others couldn't ignore how closely the figure resembled the classic image of a gray alien, often described in eyewitness accounts. The comment section quickly filled with theories and a little humor. One viewer joked, This is why we don't put welcome signs outside." Jessica laughed alone, replying that maybe she should add a disclaimer underneath. Honestly, if that's the kind of visitor showing up at night, I don't think a sign is going to stop it anyway. A quiet walk through the countryside doesn't usually end up becoming internet nightmare fuel. But this recording has left thousands of viewers questioning what was really following along that path. The footage was shared on Paranormal Reddit by user Serpent95, who explained that a friend recorded it while working with elephants in Thailand. Nothing unusual stood out during filming, and the day seemed completely ordinary. It wasn't until she returned home to Sweden and watched the clip again that she noticed something deeply unsettling. A woman calmly walks down the path with a dog following close behind. But off to one side, a dark hooded figure appears to be moving alongside her, matching her pace before quietly disappearing into the background. The strangest detail isn't the figure. It's the dog. Despite being only a short distance away, the animal doesn't bark, doesn't stop, and never even turns its head toward the mysterious shape. Some viewers believe it's simply a shadow, a distant person hidden by the lighting, or a strange camera artifact. Others are convinced the footage captured something far more difficult to explain. Either way, if something managed to follow me without even my dog noticing, I'm not sure that's actually the comforting explanation. On August 9, 2019, the YouTube channel A Paranormal Journey uploaded footage from a late-night investigation inside a forest rumored to be haunted. Heavy rain and strong winds made the conditions far from ideal, but the team continued deeper into the darkness, hoping to document something unusual. For several minutes, everything appeared completely normal. Or so it seemed. As the two investigators discuss where to explore next, a tall, shadow-like figure can be seen, standing motionless on the roof of a nearby building in the upper corner of the frame. It doesn't move, it doesn't react, it simply stands there, silently watching. The explorers never notice it.
Yeah. I'll stand here for a minute and...
Only moments later, the camera points toward the same rooftop again. And the figure is gone, no footsteps, no sound, no obvious place to hide. Just an empty rooftop where something had been standing seconds earlier. Naturally, viewers offered their own explanations. Some suggested a trick of the lighting, someone stepping out of sight, or even a camera illusion caused by the storm. Others believed the figure closely resembled the so-called shadow people, mysterious dark silhouettes that have appeared in paranormal reports for decades. Whatever was standing on that rooftop, I'm just glad it stayed up there, because finding it standing behind the camera would have been a very different ending. Late one night in West Virginia, an ordinary motion alert turned into something far more unsettling. The footage was shared on the Humanoid Encounter subreddit by user BurpyMan, who claimed his uncle received a notification from a security camera overlooking the front porch. Expecting to see a neighbor, an animal, or maybe just the wind triggering the sensor, they opened the recording. Instead, they found this. A dark, fast-moving figure suddenly darts across the yard, appearing only for a brief moment before disappearing into the darkness. Its movement is unusual, and the shape doesn't clearly resemble a person, or any animal that's easy to identify. The clip quickly caught the attention of Reddit users, with theories ranging from camera distortion to something far stranger. One comment, however, stood out from the rest. It's the thing you catch in the corner of your eye at night, but when you look, it's already gone. Honestly, that's probably one of the creepiest explanations I've read. Sometimes, the creepiest part of an investigation isn't what you witness in the moment, it's what you discover years later. That's exactly what happened to a man, known online as Flubber1978, who uploaded this unusual clip to the Ghost subreddit. Years earlier, he and his fiancée had been exploring Hill Center in West Virginia, recording nearly the entire investigation as they searched for signs of paranormal activity. At the time, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But while recently looking back through the old footage, one brief moment immediately caught his attention.
Yes, it is that time of season, baby.
That's why we say, why is there a red spot on your head? Is that from your...
Yes, it is. Here we go. Now you're back to normal. Haha, I see you.
Near the end of the recording, a large white anomaly suddenly emerges from behind his fiancée, before streaking across the frame. Neither of them noticed it during the investigation, and the strange object appears only for an instant before vanishing. Watching the clip frame by frame makes the moment even stranger. Unlike ordinary dust drifting close to the lens, the anomaly appears to originate from behind his fiancée, following a path that has left many viewers struggling to explain exactly what they're looking at. Of course, not everyone believes it's paranormal. Some suggest an insect, an unusual reflection, or a camera artifact. But whatever crossed that camera, it certainly waited a long time before anyone noticed it. Some locations earn a haunted reputation over decades. Others spend more than a century collecting stories that refuse to disappear. Looking for answers, YouTuber from the Midwest decided to investigate the Old Baraboo Inn, a historic bar built in 1864 and often described as one of the most haunted locations in the United States. According to local legends, the building was constructed over ancient burial mounds, and multiple deaths, including shootings and murders, have only added to its unsettling history.
Could you show me what they're talking about? The stories of strange things happening? I'd like to see it for myself. Is there anybody here that could do that for me? Oh, that sound came from over there. That scared me. Hello? If that was you, could you make that sound again? Oh, jeez.
Before long, the investigation started getting interesting. Strange knocks echoed through the building, drawing the investigator toward the kitchen.
Hello? Oh, holy shit! Oh my god, something just got thrown. What the hell was that? Look at that. What the f is that? Oh my god, that's like a spoon. It's on the floor.
Moments later, something appeared to be thrown from inside the room, convincing him to leave a stationary camera behind, before continuing deeper into the inn. Then came an unexpected warning. While using a spirit box, a faint voice seemed to tell him to stay out of the basement. Naturally, that's exactly where he went. Downstairs, another chilling response came through the device.
Goodness. Do I really have to go down there? Yes, Ian. Yes. You have to go down there. Okay. Oh. These are some steep stairs. Hello? Anyone down here? Okay, I literally just stepped down here. I'm already hearing noises. Gosh. The deeper I get into this basement, the higher my anxiety. Jesus Christ. Is anyone in here? Oh, I just heard that right in my ear. Oh God, I did not like that. It literally sounded like a man's voice going, yeah.
A clear male voice quietly answered, yeah, making it difficult to ignore the feeling that someone, or something was responding. But the most disturbing moment was still waiting.
I can hear you over there. I know you're down here. Oh, holy shit. Oh my God. That was a black mass. Okay, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. But it's a freaking dead end over here. I can't get out this way. Oh no, please. I don't want to be down here anymore. I am really freaking out. My legs are shaking. Oh God, Ian, just go towards it. Just go towards it. Just once. Just once. I'm just going to show that nobody's there. And then I'm out of here. I'm done with this basement. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Just a quick look. Oh God. Look, see? See? Nobody. Nobody back here. I'm done.
As he scanned the basement with his camera, a pitch-black figure suddenly emerged from behind a support pole before sprinting out of sight. Almost immediately afterward, the sound of something crashing echoed through the darkness. That was enough. The investigation ended with a very fast trip back upstairs. Honestly, when a haunted building politely tells you not to go somewhere, maybe that's one piece of advice worth listening to.